What's up, guys? This is Aaron. It is time for college football week 7 best bets. I've got 4 more for you. So last week we were 5-6, not great, not terrible. Overall, that puts us 42-33 in our first 75 bets. That's going to be plus about 5.5 units, 56%. So we're just going to try to have a better week this week. We've won 4 out of 6 weeks, I think, so far, at least 4. So let's just get into it. So right now, currently sweating this Western Kentucky game. Last I saw, I think it was 27-14. We laid 19 with Western Kentucky, so let's read that one in. So let's see, we've got Louisiana Lafayette minus 10 at home to Appalachian State. So obviously Appalachian State results not quite where they've been in years past, really since they've come up to the FBS level, especially this season on defense. They're pretty much bottom in rush defense or bottom in pass defense. To be specific, they're number 131 yards per carry on defense. They're number 124 yards per pass on defense. And it's not like they've really played, the greatest teams. I mean, they did play Clemson. That is one I'll give them. But, on the flip side, Louisiana Lafayette, they're number 9 in the country in yards per carry on offense. So they can run the ball, they can throw the ball, I like the quarterback, Woodridge. So let's just make this one easy. Lafayette minus the 10. It's actually went up to 12, and somebody's betting this down. I don't really know why, but it looks like currently there's 10s across the board. So let's go minus 10. The second game is going to be Utah minus 6 at Arizona State. So pretty much the handicap for this game has been, will Cam Rising play or won't he? So today it was announced that he would play. So the line went from -4 to -6, which, I kind of thought that Utah probably could win this game with their defense, even if the backup quarterback played. Arizona State certainly fared a little bit better than I thought coming into the season, certainly better than last year. Cameron Scadaboo's a running back. He's got 500 or 600 yards already. So he's kind of like their bell cow, but Utah on the flip side, defensively, they're like top 5 in pass defense. They're elite in rush defense. So I think it's going to be really hard. They're only giving up 3.6 yards per carry on defense. So I think it's going to be pretty hard for Arizona State, to move the ball. And I think with Cam Rising coming back, they've had an extra week to practice for this game. So, they got 2 weeks to prepare, whereas Arizona State played last week. So I kind of like these situational spots. We're going to play a lot more of these, in the next week or 2 probably. Just trying to pick up some of these teams that either haven't had a bye yet or, just in these cross-country spots and whatnot. So let's make this one easy. Utah's also 4-0 in their last 4 against the spread against Arizona State. So let's go Utah minus 6. The third one is going to be a situational spot. So we're going to take Pitt minus 3. So that got as high as like 3.5 or 4. Come back down to 3 now. That is widely available. So they play Cal at home. All right, so Cal has played this season. They played their first game in California. Then they played in Alabama, cross-country. Then they went cross-country back to California, all the way back to the other side of the country again to Florida, back to California, and now back even probably further across the country to go to Pennsylvania to play this game. I mean, we've never seen anything like this before, so it's not like we have, a lot of like historical data to say, but I can just, see it coming. Let's go ahead and get out in front of this. It's not that I think that Pitt is, head and shoulders better than Cal. I think they're pretty well equal. But Pittsburgh's found some offense. They're scoring points. They'll punch in a late touchdown to cover a spread. We've kind of seen that. And especially after Cal, had a pretty big lead against Miami in the late night game last week, and then that another weird call for Miami to win a game to stay undefeated. You kind of have to figure that maybe Cal's not quite over that, and now they got to go cross country again. So let's just take Pitt -3. Let's see. So the last one I'll give you, we're going to take Virginia plus 7.5 against Louisville. And this is going to be, again, another situational spot. Obviously, Louisville's the better team. Tyler Shuck's the better quarterback, better than Calandria. Although I do think that Virginia, they're 4-1. They played better than I thought they would coming into the season. This is another team that I was actually looking to fade, and Louisville was a team that I was looking to back. But after a few games are played and you kind of see how things are going, you catch some of these situational spots. So Louisville played at Notre Dame, lost. Then they come home, they play SMU, lose again. All right, so now they play at Virginia, and then they get a huge game next week against Miami. I think that one's at home. So, you go from playing, a ranked Notre Dame team, a ranked SMU team. Now you're playing, who is Virginia? Somebody that you beat, most of the time. And then next week you've got yet another big game against undefeated, top of the conference Miami. So this is just one of those spots where, if they're not really, pedal to the metal here, Virginia could at least hang with them, and maybe challenge to win this game outright. So, and even with Louisville, didn't play particularly well, giving up explosive plays against SMU and Notre Dame. But even the game that they won in conference against Georgia Tech, they were outgained by almost 100 yards. So you're kind of seeing, they lose. The game they won, they didn't play particularly well. So it's a little bit fraudulent. So let's just use that to our advantage, and we'll take Virginia plus 7.5, also widely available. All right, so that's 4 for you. I might have some more that I add. So, ask me how to get in the Discord. That's where a ton of us are posting, mega winners every day. Ask me how to find me on Twitter. I usually put it in the handle. Like and subscribe, if you're making money, whether you're tailing or fading. All right, appreciate it, guys.